Woo! What's going on? What's going on? It's Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Oh man, I guess it's a lovely day. As things, some of y'all getting messages from me as I try to catch up with everybody. So be, I guess a little bit patient, but I'm getting there. Anyway, James Cooper. ABKC, I guess he's vice president. I don't know what the fuck that dude is. But so people, y'all want me to respond to these things. I guess he was making comments talking about YouTubers and it's the difference in the world. It's different between being in the registry and being in the show. Look, man, this shit is so comical at this point. I laugh. First of all, I've already addressed James Cooper. He's never made a dog that anybody knows of. He doesn't know a lot about dogs, and he's pretty much a puppet for Dave Wilson. At this point in time, he proved that he was a puppet from my understanding. I don't watch that shit, so I have to get secondhand reporting. But he proved that he was a puppet, once again mimicking Dave's thing that, oh, Dave's so busy saving the world, the XL bully world, that he just doesn't have time for anything right now. He's working 24 hours a day. Dave told him to say that. First of all, I'll address that. And I've said this, and I'm not being hypocritical. I'm being very, very real. I would be the first to support Dave Wilson and anybody else who had a real plan to help the people of the UK. I've now talked to a dozen people over there who have stayed in contact with me as we talk about the situation. I don't have a ton of power in that. All I can do is keep on raising awareness. But all of them are saying, well, what is he doing? What is he doing? He claims to be doing so much, but the people of the UK all throughout the country don't know what you're doing, Dave. You claim that you have attorneys. What are these attorneys doing? Who are these attorneys? Where are your resources going to? Where can the people of the UK actually reach out to assist you in their cause? From all accounts, most people in the UK are saying they haven't heard from you. They don't know what's going on with you. And pretty much they're disgusted with you. They're disgusted with the ABKC. You keep on saying you're so busy. What can a person be doing that they're so busy that they're claiming to work 12 and 16 hours a day on something, but no one knows what they're doing, including the people that they are claiming to help? More so, every time these people, and we're going to speak on James Cooper, every time he goes live, just like Dave, the first thing they want to do is they want to insult everybody else. Today, I guess it was the UKC isn't anything. They'll register any dogs. James, y'all register any dogs. The problem with beating your chest and talking about how great you are as the leader and the creator of something is you're responsible for what happens to it. The situation with the XL bully in the UK, instead of blaming the people of the UK, take your own accountability that you have registered all of the dogs that are in question. To go live like y'all have done before and consistently say, oh, the reason why we give screwed up dogs championships is because you breeders, you have to make better dogs. No, you're the registry. If someone brought a damn Chihuahua in the ring, would you give it a ABKC first place ribbon? No, you would regulate that, dismiss some dogs, suspend some dogs, and push the breed in the right direction. Instead, you guys don't want to turn down one registration. So what do? You allow everything to be registered, anything to be championed, and that is accountability. That the reason why the dogs look the way they are is because of the ABKC. The reason why the dogs have very, very long backs and high rears is because you allowed them in the ring. I guarantee you that you, the all-knowing and great ABKC, if y'all would ever dismiss those screwed up dogs out of the ring and stop preaching that it's all about size and your made-up version of breed type, which is not the actual definition of breed type, but more people would breed in a healthy manner. You've never demanded health testing of any of these dogs. You keep on saying, oh, well, this, that. You make mentions of it. As the registry, you have the power to do these things. You have the power to demand health testing. You have the power to demand DNA testing. But James, before you talk about the UKC, yes, you are correct. You are 120% correct. The UKC did not create the American bully. But at the same time, as you demand things. I mean, as you take shots at the UKC, they do something that you have never done at the ABKC. They actually ask for pictures of the dogs because they want to see if these dogs fit a standard. They actually are judging the dogs, and we're not seeing UKC dogs with high rears, kink tails, horrible feet, dogs that look like obvious bulldogs, and all of the other things that we see from the ABKC ring. We're not seeing that from the UKC ring. I have seen a lot of UKC champions now, and they seem to fit the bill of what the American Bully is supposed to be. They are picking very clean dogs, and they seem to go towards what the true American Bully is, instead of you people who have transferred have changed the standard according to what Bashar says sell, or what you feel like is making money. As far as ethics go, we brought up Bashar, James Cooper. You guys hang around Bashar, but there's a lot of very questionable things. This is the man who says that he doesn't deal with dogs if it wasn't about money. This is the same man who there's videos about dogs being very sick all over his kennels and a multitude of other things. This is the man who has also been caught up in forging paperwork and sending people unhealthy dogs all across the world. And I dare you to challenge me on that, because I will present a ton of proof as to what is going on. You guys are not only in partnership with Bashar, but your owner Dave Wilson is in partnership on selling dogs to the most unscrupulous dog breeder in the world. During your reign of terror, and that's what I will call it, ABKC, now we have set another precedence. This is the first breed in the history of all dogs where you have veterinarians saying, not only do we not want to give your dog service, please come pick up your semen. We don't even want your semen to be frozen inside of our veterinary clinics. You have 31 days to come pick this semen up. Yes, the veterinarians are doing that. I have the letters. You have cities once again now banning the dogs. They're not banning the pit bull breed. They're actually banning the American Bully because of your lack of competence as a registry. You have a whole country now that has banned one of the standards of the American Bully. What do you do when that time comes? ABKC, James Cooper, Dave Wilson, do a video and you basically blame the people of the UK, saying that they're mixing in different types of dogs and these dogs shouldn't have been bred and this, that, and the other, which is a half truth. But the other half of that truth is you've known for a long time that there are all kind of dogs that are being bred into this dog. You've collected money on it. You've bragged about the nearly $200,000. 200,000 dogs, which would equate to closer to $6 million that the ABKC has taken in Europe, knowing that a large portion of that are XL bullies, knowing that a large portion of these dogs are mixed dogs, the dogs that you call banned dogs. Not one time have you ever put a sanction in there. Have you ever addressed this? The only time you have addressed this as being a problem is when the country's pointed the finger at the breed, and people pointed the finger at you for being the biggest registry in the world and the one that monitors this breed. It went away from being your fault at the ABKC, and it's on the people. The people pay you the money to look over the breed and make sure it's okay. But not one dog has ever been banned. Not one demand of temperament testing. As a matter of fact, Dave Wilson, and you know this to be true, when people have challenged DNA testing on certain dogs, including several times, and that's being politely of Mr. Bashar and other people you're connected with, you denied them that right. You made up excuses saying that it has to be the person who owns the puppy. It has to be this, it has to be that. Even when presented with DNA testing and proper DNA testing, which contradicted the lie that your registry told that these were actually legitimate dogs, you said that the same laboratory that you use was not good enough. It had to come through you. You had to talk to that laboratory, and you couldn't accept their paperwork unless it came through you. So what? So you could lie about the DNA testing of the dogs? You're a very corrupt registry. The reason why we have dogs attacking and killing children today, the reason why we have dogs attacking people around the world, the reason why the dog's life expectancy has been cut in half, the reason why the dogs are in horrible condition, the reason why BSL laws are skyrocketing again, the reason why veterinarians for the first time ever are denying our dogs and saying that they don't want to deal with us, all comes from the things that you have promoted and you have proven this at a high level by the fact that in the history of your breed, not only the lie that you told on video that we didn't have an XL bully, but in the history of your registry, you have banned no dogs. As a matter of fact, the dogs that you previously banned because it was something wrong with them and they weren't a part of their breed, including Mr. Miyagi, is now in the pedigree of a dog that you say is the perfect example of an American bully. Another Dave Wilson contradiction and lie. Once upon a time, a dog that you said was a French bulldog mixed and that should never be allowed into the genetics, now is a part of the genetics of the dog that you say is the perfect example of an American bully, after you changed all the rules once again. The ABKC is a big joke. If the ABKC continues to be supported, this breed will continue to diminish. Once upon a time, you had thousands of people at shows. Now you're lucky to get a couple hundred. Once upon a time, dogs lived to be 12, 14, 15 years old. Now you're lucky if you get them to 3 to 5. Once upon a time, heart murmurs was a rare thing. Now it's a normal thing. High rears is a normal thing when it used to be a rare thing. All of these health conditions are just that. The general perception of this breed has went down so badly that there are all kind of TikTok videos outside of the laws. There's also educational videos. There's investigations that now link the community heavily to a drug community and money laundering. All of these things have happened while the ABKC, the greatest registry in the world and the one that's in control, basically claims that they're doing so much for the breed. I would tell you people this, and this is for the people of the United States and maybe even the United Kingdom and anywhere else, but we'll use the United States. If President Joe Biden stepped to the microphone while this country was in a deep recession, you drove around and you saw all of your stores closing, if you saw that your gas prices, and some of you were like, oh, the gas is too high, but imagine if the gas prices were $10. Imagine if every other house that you seen was in foreclosure. Imagine if half of the jobs were gone. Imagine if food was starting to become short. Imagine if that same president with a country that was in this type of a situation and falling totally apart, which our country is not, by the way, but in those situations stepped to the microphone and told you, I'm the greatest thing that ever happened to your country. You should never go anywhere else. You should always have allegiance to me because I am the one who started this thing. Forget all of your problems. Forget all of your concerns. Forget about feeding your children. Forget about the gas. Forget about your job and your home. I am the president and I did so well for you that you shouldn't even look anywhere else. Don't even think about a vote. Don't even think about anything else. You'd be up in arms. This is basically what the ABKC, James Cooper, Dave Wilson is doing to you. No accountability for the situation of the community, yet and still they want more and more of your money. 2 million dogs registered. So we took in over $60+ million, but yet and still when someone needs something for the breed, we want to start a GoFundMe. Yeah, don't mess with any other registries. Don't mess with anybody else. If we continue to stick with these people, we'll need a GoFundMe for everybody. Until next time, y'all, God bless y'all. Tune in tomorrow. Much love. Peace.